Summary of 2 Words by Isabel Allende. 2 Words is an emotional story of suffering and fate. Bellisa Crepusculario, the protagonist of the story, was never given any name by her parents nor was she baptized. Thus, she named herself using the words beauty and twilight. She changed her tragic fate and fought her poverty by using the power of words. She traveled all across the country to sell words of many kinds, from news to stories, to poems, and advice. Since childhood, Bellisa had to endure a lot of hardships. Tormented with hunger and pathetic conditions, all she ever knew was suffering. When she was 12, there was a drought where she lived, and as a consequence, her family died and she had to bury them by herself. She feared that her death was near as well, and thus she embarked on a journey to save her life. She left her barren homeland and traveled towards the sea, hoping it'll provide salvation. It wasn't an easy journey. Many failed. But she pushed forward, no matter what. When she finally reached a place with water, there by some twist of fate she first encountered words and their magical abilities. She knew there were not a lot of honorable positions for her to work. To escape prostitution and other humiliation, she thus chose to sell words. With her last dime, she brought a dictionary and asked a priest to teach her how to read and write. Her life wasn't the same after that. She submerged herself in her new profession, and people lined up to listen to her speech. She moved from place to place, and wherever she went she brought along the news from other parts of the country. She would also give people advice and recite stories without missing a word. She not only entertained but also helped people. She would give secret words to end their sufferings. The person who got these words kept them secret, and in times of difficulty, they helped the person cope with problems. She lived a nomad life, moving around with her tent and her words. One day she was approached by El Mulatto, a feared rebel and the right-hand man of their leader. He and his men forcefully carried her away to their leader. They were a rebel group who fought wars and induced terror wherever they went. The leader, called the colonel, demanded to see her because he required her services. He was the most feared man in the land, but when she saw the colonel, she strangely felt sympathy for him and wanted to comfort him. The colonel explained that the reason she was brought there was that he wanted her to write a compelling campaign speech. He was planning to run for president. The colonel was tired of people being afraid of him and wanted to be respected and loved by everyone. Bellisa agreed and wrote a speech for him, and in addition, she gave the colonel 2 secret words even though he didn't ask for them. While Bellisa is leaving, El Mulatto tries to touch, but he is met with an avalanche of words he had never heard before, and his desire for her stops there. He becomes afraid of her words. After a while the colonel used Bellisa's speech to win the hearts of the citizens. It was a very persuasive and emotional speech. He inspired people with his poetic delivery. The people believed that the colonel was capable of leading the country towards a bright future. However, soon the colonel became very restless because of the 2 words Bellisa had given him. He repeated them all the time and was tormented by the effect they had on him. El Mulatto noticed his leader's distress and tracked down Bellisa. He accused her of witchcraft and demanded that she must take back her words and end his leader's suffering. Bellisa looked at the colonel, and when their eyes met she approached him and held his hand. The colonel's men then knew that the colonel will now never be able to break free from that magic. We never learn what those 2 words were, but it is widely believed that the 2 words are te amo, Spanish for I love you.